Start recording. Bam, bam. Click that, do that, boom. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. I have been in a major time crunch, and it's been 3 days since I posted a video, so I am going to post a video even if it kills me. So we have to do a quick project today, and it will work out because we have a couple requests, a couple questions about how to do stuff, and we're going to be doing a few other short requests, maybe even tomorrow in the next couple days. So if you gave me a request, I'll try to get to it if I can. But an easy one for today would be someone asked how to add text or lettering to a curved surface or like to a sphere. So why don't we do that for today's short video? Because you could use this technique that we're going to do other things besides text. So maybe we'll explore that really quick. So let's go ahead and get a sphere. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my important announcement. If anybody wants to become a channel member, click the join button and you can download any of the models that you see on this channel. Boing, and you can download them and print them right at home. Yeah. Okay, guys, sphere. Check. We got a sphere, okay? Let's first make our cutout. So what we're going to do, I want to explain this as easy as I can. So we're going to duplicate our sphere, okay? Let's slide it over. Okay? And we're going to turn it into a hole, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to make a cutout so we can trim whatever we add to this sphere over here. This is our keeper. So if we add stuff to this, like, boop, see how that's sticking out all stupid? Like that? We're going to make our own little cutout over here, super simple, so we can trim stuff off into a sphere shape. Oh my God, that already sounds confusing. Let's just do it. So we have our cutout sphere over here. Let's duplicate it again, okay? And I'm going to hold Control, Shift, and Alt, okay? And that is going to allow us to stretch our duplicate out. See, because we have two of them here. So by holding Control, Shift, Alt, we can make a big one like this, and it's leaving it completely centered. See, it looks like an egg. There we go, guys. So now we have two holes, but, you know, obviously two different sizes. All we have to do, guys, is just select the big one and turn it back to a solid. All right, we're ready. Now we select both, so I'm going to drag the bar or drag the red box over. So both are selected, and we're going to cut the center out of this, okay? Group. Please go faster. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Robots would do it faster. Why is it taking so long? There we go. So if we hit T for transparent, look, we can see that we have an open cavity inside there, all right? Isn't that cool? But what we're going to need to do is probably make it a little bit bigger. Oh, duh. Actually, we're going to be turning it into a hole anyway. So see, to make it a cutout, you just click the hole button. There. So now we're done. So we made our cutout. So it's going to be the important factor for this. We'll have to make it a tiny bit bigger, but you'll see in just a moment. So let's go ahead and add some text to our sphere. How do we want to do it? There's two ways we could do it. Maybe we'll try two ways. I'm going to set text right on the bottom here. I think we're going to have to shrink it down. I'm just going to set the text on the work plane. Let's just try two ways. Oh, I thought I was typing. Is it always capital? I didn't really notice. Let's just do it like this. Hello. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so if you wanted it, like, obviously if we just slap it on there like this, it's going to be all kind of curved weird. We can see what it'll look like, though. So, whoa, what the heck? It flipped over? Don't flip over. I didn't tell you to. You know what? Let's duplicate our ball again. Okay, so this might not be the best way to do it, but I just want to show both options. Oh, there's a few options, actually. So, see, we could slap this right on here, and then we can trim it into a sphere shape, but it'll kind of morph. Because of the curved surfaces, it'll kind of change the shape of the letters. You get what I'm saying? We'll probably even align it. Can we do that? Let's just try it, though, because that might look cool. So let's do one like that. And then this one, let's do it different. If you guys go over to basic shapes here, click the search little thing there, and then type in letters. There is actually, here, we'll have to click it so it opens up. Look, they have all the letters separate over here. I didn't even know this. I saw somebody else do this. I've never even used them. I hope they work. So if they're all here, why are they not in alphabetical order? What the heck? Do you guys even see the H? What the heck? Why is it so weird? Look, the H is invisible. They're kind of, some of them are in alphabetical. Okay, let's just try this, guys. This is a little weird. But see, now I'm learning something too. So we could set it on the side. Click off, because see, it set a new work plane. That's that green thing. Click off of that so we can sink it in a little bit. So here, let's sink it in. There we go. Oh, I wonder if I should have... Well, geez, you might even be able to do this without cutting them off. But I want to show you how to cut them off nice, too. All right, let me do this quick. There... What in the heck? No wonder I'd never use this. I hate it. There's no letter L. Okay, we're not going to do it that way. Let's do it the way that we're comfortable. Let's just grab the text. Let's slap it out here. And we can just... here, let's make the H. You just have to do them separate. Oh, they do lowercase. We're going to do uppercase, though. I'm going to shrink these down. I'm going to make it taller. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. It'll speed up the process because you could just drag out another one because you want all the letters to be separate. Otherwise, like over here, they're going to be all connected to each other. But in this case, we want them separate. So you'd have to either drag out and do it again. So you'd have to do the E then, like that. Oops. Like better than that. Yeah, like that. But see, since we already like these parameters, we can just duplicate this, slide it over. And so we need H-E-L-L-O. So see, we could just do it like that. And now we just switch the letters. And then we sneeze. I gotta sneeze. That's how I sneeze, guys. Okay, so see, now all these are going to be separate. There we go. Hello, Jello. And now we can use the cruise feature. So watch this. Click on one of them. And instead of having to slowly, tip it up and move it over to put it on, we can just hit the cruise feature. Wow, they changed the buttons on us. Did they add these, or have I lost my mind? So you hit this little magnet right here. I think they added these two buttons. Usually you would hit the D button for drop. What's this? Shape work plane? What? Oh my gosh. What a noob alert over here. So hit the magnet, the cruise feature, and then you just drag this little white dot. Watch. See? So we could just do that. Let's just do boop. And we'll just do it. I can even hit C if I want to really go fast. C is like the hotkey for the cruise feature. So let's do it. Let's slap them up here. And we can finish like adjusting them afterwards. Because we want to sink them in a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's sink them in. I didn't have to make them so beefy and tall, but this is just a general idea for you here. So let's just sink them in a little bit. Make sure they're, kind of positioned. We're going to be cutting all this extra stuff off anyway. There we go. Space, space, space. Wait, too much space. Okay. Okay, a little bit of space. A little bit of space. A little bit of space. Okay, there we go. So now we could do our cuts now. So let's go ahead and make a copy of this. We're going to bring it over. We're almost done, guys. And see, we're going to cut off that extra stuff, but we're going to cut it into a sphere. So it's like it follows the curve, you know. So all we have to do is make this a little bigger, our cutout thing, you know. So let's once again, well, in this case, we could just hold shift. Because we're going to have to align this with the sphere. So let's just make it a little bigger like that. And we'll see if that's enough. But okay, now we're going to have to align it with the solid sphere. So let's oh, crud. That was me swearing crud. Okay. So let's let's select just the two spheres, so the solid one and the cutout, and we're going to align them on every axis. So this way, and that way. So see, now it's perfectly lined up in there, the cutout. And look, we can see how much, by changing the shape of this cutout now, will depict how far your letters are going to stick out. See the little red stripe? The bright red, I mean. That's what it's going to leave behind. It's going to look awesome. But you could adjust that by just holding Control, Shift, and Alt and shrinking this. Here, I'll show you. So Control, Shift, Alt. Because see, now it's all lined up. So see, we can shrink this way up and down. But we want it to cut pretty much just how it was. Yeah, just like that. All right, let's do it. All right, yep, we're ready. Okay, let's select everything and group. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah, this one's the way that it'll morph the shape a little bit. You'll see what I mean. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, wow. Actually, it didn't really morph it very much. It would if we had it stretched bigger. Wow, this is cool. And look, we could switch back to multicolor. Look at. I hope that's what you mean, because that's how I do it. If I wanted to do a curved letters on a curve on a sphere. Okay, let's try. Wow, this looks weird over here. Let's see what this one would have looked like. Maybe this was the best way to do it. I don't know. Okay, let's plop this one over here. Align it with the solid sphere. So we just have to align it on this axis, this axis, and this middle one. Okay, that one's already there. Obviously, I don't have them like, oh my gosh, it'll probably look like a kindergartner drew it on there. I didn't have these very even and stuff, but you'll get the idea. There we go. Yay! See, we can do multicolor on that. So that was 2 ways to do that. It's pretty cool. So you could basically, well, here, you know what? I should have saved. Let me save one of these. Maybe we'll do one more thing, because that's kind of fun. Whoa. Let's save one of these eggs. We could put this one back. Group. Yeah, and you know what? You don't have to just do. It doesn't just have to be text. You can snip anything you want off. So you've probably, if you guys have watched all my videos, I've done it a couple times. Like, I can't remember exactly. Like when I was making dragon eggs, kind of like when I was making like egg shapes, I think. But let's just try one last one real quick, because I feel like. Oh, I feel like we did this really easily. I mean quickly and easily. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's do one more thing. What should we do? We have our cutout ready. Okay, so let's just add something to this and then snip it. So let's grab the sketch tool, lay it down. Let me make like a really bad person shape. Ooh, we should make a half a person. It'd be easier. Okay, let's make a little guy. Okay, what about this and this and this? This and this and this. This is what I look like in real life. Okay, let's just do... Okay. Look at how easy that was by him. So let's click this button so we can select pins. Let's turn all these into curves. Yep, except these two, because we want a straight line there. Boop. Oh my gosh, that is exactly what I look like. Okay, let me adjust these a little bit. Okay, sure, that's good enough. Finish sketch. So see, we got a little person shape. That's me doing my gymnastics routine for you guys. Let's hit duplicate, slide it over, mirror it. Boom. See, we got a person. Let's just do smaller movements so I can put it together. Is it together? Not quite. There we go. Okay, might as well just group them so we don't have any issues. I got an idea. Let's try something. Here, let's tip them up because I like to stand up. Okay, let's align them with the sphere. This is going to be cool. This is going to be you guys' next wedding gift to your significant other. Okay. This is going to be cool. Oh, here, watch this. Let's just stretch it out to the other end like this. Okay. Let's align it. Boop. And boop. This is going to be for Earth Day. Maybe I could make them look like they're holding hands. Let's try. So duplicate. They're going to look like something. Let's just go for it, guys. Look. The little joint's going to be weird, probably. Let's just see what it looks like. You know, obviously with a few more minutes, we could get it just perfect. Okay, we're already ready to cut. So let's just select the two spheres, line them up. So we're not selecting the guys. Align this way. This way. Oh, now I see what happened last time. When I was aligning it, it moved the ball. It moved the inside one. I guess we could just align everything. I don't think it can pull together. Let's see. Yeah. There we go, guys. Yeah, I just aligned everything. Okay, do we want the guy sticking out that far? Sure. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hey! Here, let's go back to multicolor so we can see the... Dude, there we go. See? Oh, it's awesome. So look, I mean, you could probably think of all kinds of different stuff to do with that, with this like little snipping technique, you know? That looks really nice. Hey, we'll have to use that for part of the thumbnail. Yeah. Wow, cool. I like it. There we go, guys. That's how I would add shapes and text to a sphere. There we go. Hope that helped. And I'm going to probably do another one of these short videos tomorrow and just get some of these requests going, because I don't, even after like 2 or 3 days, I am jonesing to do some tinkering, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. Whoa!